Hi team, welcome to this week's Adult Senior Black Belt class and curriculum. This week we're going to be working on our new self-defense technique, which is for our children from behind. We'll be working on, for our black belts, we'll be working on clawing panther. We'll do a quick review of Arcada, and we have a little warm-up where we're going to be working on some power generation today. So let's go ahead and get started, everyone. We're going to start with our natural stance. We're going to snap to attention. Spread your feet, make a fist, cover, bring your feet together, and courtesy bow. Relaxed stance, hands right behind your back, and repeat after me. To build true confidence, I must have knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, and strength in the body. Winners never quit, quitters never win. I choose to be a black belt. All right, team, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our natural stance. We're going to snap to attention, tap on your right leg, back to your guard stance, hands up in your guard. Awesome, team. What we're going to start with is we're going to work on a jab. We're going to take our front hand, and we're going to just throw that jab out here. So two things I want you to really focus on here. One, hands up next to your cheeks as you punch. So your hand stays in your cheek, don't drop it down. So you want to see one, see your hand in front of you, and feel one, have it on your cheek. All right, team, and go. We're going to punch and come back. Awesome, guys, right? And punch. Team, this time we're working on practicing with our power, right? So we can work on our power by working on, doing things to make ourselves physically stronger, which is what we're going to be working on today. So let's go ahead and punch, go, boom, and we're driving into it. When we're driving into it, I work with speed. I'm driving my body in. I'm pushing up on my back leg to really get that backup mass. Speed and backup mass are great ways to generate power. Right, hands are up, right, and strike, boom, and come back, right, and go, strike, and back, right, and go, strike, and back, right. We're just doing that jab, and back, right, and go, boom. Awesome, switch, go to the other side. Still same thing, jab and back. We're using, and remember, we want to get this hand out fast. The strength of a jab is the speed. It's so much faster, it's closer to your attacker, and we're going to push forward, drive our way forward to get that backup mass to it, right, and go, punch, right, and go. And remember, keeping your hands up, one hand touching your cheek as the other hand punches, right, and go. Ready, and go, and go, and go, and go, and switch back to the other side. Awesome, team. We're talking about physically improving our power, like through backup mass and speed, but we can also improve our power mentally. And mental power is really just knowledge, right? So, and you can do that by challenging yourself on things you read or watch. Okay, the people you hang around with, they all affect the way you think, and the way you think really helps you generate mental power. And keep in mind, guys, knowledge, just having knowledge by itself, doesn't necessarily mean you have power. It means you have potential for power. It's the application of that knowledge where you share it with somebody else. That's where really power comes into play for mental power. All right, hands are up, team, ready? Next time we're going to do a cross. We're going to take our back hand and we're going to cross. This time as we're punching, our hands are still up. You're going to notice we rotate our body as we punch. Another great way to generate power. So we're going to use speed, we're going to use backup mass, and we're going to do some body rotation here, ready? And go, right, punch, and just do the cross, right, and go. And we're rotating that body, right, across. You notice my belt is swinging back and forth, so my hips are rotating, it's rotating my body, helps amplify that power, ready, and go. Ready, go, and go. And switch, the other side. Same thing, team, we're just gonna rotate, throw that cross off the back hand, ready, and go. Ready, and go. Go, and go. And make sure you keep your guard up while you're doing this, ready, and go. And go. Go, and switch back to the other side. This time we're combining them together. We're doing our jab cross. We're gonna go jab cross, and we're coming right back. All right, team. Again, hands are up in our guard. Start with your hands touching your cheeks, physically touching your cheeks. If they're hanging out in the air, bring them in closer, touch your cheeks. Jab, cross, and come back. We wanna get that speed. We wanna get that backup mass. We push ourselves in. We wanna get that body rotation as we do the cross. Ready, team? And go. So jab, cross, and back. Ready? And go. Jab, cross. Go. Jab, cross. And go. Jab, cross. 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 And switch. Other side. Same thing. Jab with the front. Cross with the back. Ready, team? And go. Jab, cross. 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 And go, jab, cross. Awesome, switch to the other side. Team, now we're gonna add a hook to it. We're gonna go jab, cross. We're gonna take our front hand, bring the elbow up, rotate your body, and hook. Now when you're doing the hook punch, some people want to they'll swing their arm, and they're throwing it just with the shoulder, okay? And there's no doubt there's power with that, right? We see that all the time on YouTube videos, in boxing. We'll see somebody just do that real quick slap, And it's this powerful strike, but it can be even more powerful. So instead of throwing it with our shoulder, we're going to use our entire body behind it. My arm's going to come up here, and I'm going to rotate my body into it, dropping my weight as I rotate. So we kind of get that marriage of gravity in there as well. So let's look at this team. So right here, we're going to go jab, cross, elbow comes up, hands rotate. And I'm going to rotate around. And as you're doing this, remember, keeping the hands up in a guard, don't let them drop down. Ready, team? And go. It's going to be jab, cross, hook, and back. Ready? And go. Jab, cross, hook, and go. Jab, cross, hook. Go. Jab, cross, hook, and go. Jab, cross, hook. Go. Jab, cross, hook, and switch. Other side. Ready? Jab with the front, cross with the back, hook with the front. So alternating hands each time. Ready? And remember, hands up in a guard. Make sure we're protecting ourselves. Ready? And go. Jab, cross, hook, and back. Ready? Go. Jab, cross, hook. 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 And go. Jab, cross, hook. And switch back to the other side. All right. Do some upper body. Let's go a little bit with lower body now. We're going to work on our side kick. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the chamber for the side kick. So we're going to take our back leg and we're going to bring it up into our chamber. So our side kick chamber, much like with a wheel kick or roundhouse kick, we want to pivot that front foot. We want to rotate our body because we want to rotate our body to the side, right? That's what our goal is going to be. And as we're bringing our foot up, it's like climbing upstairs. I'm going to bring it up, climb the stairs, but I'm turning my body sideways to climb the stairs, and I'm going to go right back. All right, team, let's just kind of run through that chamber real quick. Ready, hands are up. Again, remember, working on that guard each time. Ready? And go. So we're going to pivot, turn, foot comes up, and go back. Ready? And go. Pivot, turn, and then back. Ready? Go. Pivot, turn, and back. Ready? Go. Pivot, turn, and back. Ready? And go. Pivot, turn. And make sure your toes are pulled up right now. Don't let them hang down. If your toes are hanging down like this when you kick, you're guaranteed your toes are going to be sticking out. We want to do our kick, and our heel, we're going to be striking with the heel of the foot. So when you pull your toes up, imagine you have a string tied to your big toe, and you pull it forward, raising your foot up so your heel is going to be positioned to do the strike. All right, team, ready? A couple more times, ready? And go. We're going to pivot, chamber, and back. Ready? And go. Pivot, chamber, and back. Right? And switch, other side. So again, we're doing the side kick chamber off the back leg, the front leg. Our right leg is going to pivot, toes are going to go to the outside. Our back leg, our left leg is going to come up. It's going to come around like you're climbing upstairs. Toes are up, knees pointing to the side. Right? Hands next to your seat. And really, our arms aren't doing anything at this point, so they should be really easy to keep them up in our guard. Right? And go. Pivot, chamber, and back. Ready again. Ready? Pivot, chamber, and back. Ready? And go. Pivot, chamber, and back. Go. Pivot, chamber, and back. Ready? Go. Pivot, chamber, and back. And one more time, team. Ready to go. Pivot, chamber, and back. Awesome. And switch. All right. Team, this time we're going to do the side kick. So when we talk about power generation, one of the ways to generate power is backup mass. I think the side kick is like one of the best kicks for generating backup mass. Because what we're going to do is we're going to rotate our body and we're pushing off. So we're really pushing off of that back leg, and we're driving ourselves forward with it. It's such a powerful kick. So it's so easy to generate really strong power with it. A couple things we'll make sure is make sure your back foot is flat when you're doing this. So if you're on your toes and you hit, what's going to happen is you're going to hit somebody and you're going to fall backwards, right? We need to kind of slap that foot to the ground as we extend the foot out. So let's try that team together. Hands are up in our guard. So we're going to start with our chamber. We're going to extend the leg out. Ready? And go. We're going to pivot. We're going to bring our foot up, out, back, and down. So as we're doing this, we're really looking at two things. One is I want to make sure I'm striking with the bottom of my foot, the heel of my foot. Okay. Some styles will actually strike with the knife blade, the blade of their foot, but I think we'll go with the heel of our foot, striking with the bottom of our heel of the foot. The other way, team, is when we do our kick, re-chamber. So we start here, out, back to here, back to my stair step, and then reset. So we want to make sure we get a good chamber on the way back. So often we'll do this, pull it back, or we'll just drop the leg, pull the chamber in, kick, pull, and then you have the option to kick again if you so desire. All right, team, hands are up. Side kick, and go. We're gonna pivot, chamber, kick, and back. Ready, and go. Pivot, chamber, kick, and back. Ready, and go. Pivot, chamber, kick, and feel your hips driving into it. Like you're pushing off that back hip and driving everything forward. Ready, and go. Pivot, kick, and back. Ready, and go. Pivot, kick, and back. And one more on this side, team. Ready, go. Pivot, kick, and back. And switch, other side. All right, same thing. We're pivoting with the front leg. Our right leg's gonna pivot. Left leg's gonna come up. Gonna kick, back, and down. By the way, team, start going like low. Do your first kick like knee level, and then you can raise the kick up as you become more comfortable with it, as your balance improves. So start out low. Many kicking techniques, especially for self-defense, are so much more effective at that low range. Knee, shin, hip. Those are can be a little more effective for you than what we just see in tournaments and demonstrations where we kick to the head. They look fantastic. They're great for generating power, strengthening our legs, flexibility. Those kicks are fantastic. But work on the fundamentals. Work on the fundamentals. Those low strikes, generating power into it, getting the marriage of gravity as you drop your weight into it, pushing that back up mass, pushing yourself forward into it. Work on the fundamentals. The speed, the strength, the power are all going to come with time. All right, team, ready? Hands are up. Ready? And back leg side kick. Ready? And go. Again, we're going to pivot, chamber, kick, and back. Ready? And go. And pivot, kick, and back. And go. Pivot, kick, and back. Ready? Go. Pivot, kick, and back. Ready? And go. Ready, team? And go. Go. Ready? And go. Awesome, and switch back to the other side. All right, team, let's kind of add some more stuff to it. Right? So we're gonna do our side kick just like we did, but now we're gonna add a jab cross to it. We're gonna add a jab cross to it. So we're gonna take our back leg, we're gonna come up, we're gonna pivot, kick, step forward with it, jab, cross, okay? So we're chasing after them. When we hit somebody with a side kick, the odds are they're not standing still. They're probably moved back a little bit. We're using this to close the gap. Boom, jab, cross, and then I'm gonna reset back to my guarding stance. All right, team, ready? Hands are up. And go. Pivot, kick, step forward, jab, cross, and then reset back to our guard. Okay. Feel the body rotation in there, feel the back up mass as we're stepping in, dropping our weight in after the kick. Boom. We're dropping in and we punch, dropping our weight forward as we do the jab. It's called marriage of gravity. It allows us to generate more power in a technique that's not really known as being a power technique, but because we're dropping our weight into it as we strike, so much more power in that one. All right, team, ready? Back to our guard. Ready, and go. Kick, step in, jab, cross, and reset. Ready, and go. Kick, jab, cross, and reset. Ready, and go. Kick, jab, cross, and reset. Ready, and go. Kick, jab, cross, and reset. And switch, try the other side. All right, team. So same thing. Back leg, side kick. Stepping forward, jab and cross. Ready? Starting in our guard. Ready? We're going to pivot, chamber kick, step in, jab, cross, and then reset. Get hands started in our guard. Ready? And go. Pivot, kick, jab, cross, and back. Ready? And go. Pivot, kick, jab, cross, and back. Ready? And go. Pivot, kick, jab, cross, and back. Ready? Go. Pivot, kick, jab, cross, and reset. Ready? And go. Pivot, kick, jab, cross. And one more time, team. Ready? And go. Pivot, kick, jab, cross, and reset. And switch. All right. All right. So the next one we're going to do is a spinning side kick. Spinning side kick. So the challenge for a spinning side kick is, of course, the spin. All right. So lots of different ways to do it. Some people just twist their body. Some people will step with their back leg. Some people will step with the front. Today, I'm going to do it stepping a little bit with my front. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in our guard position. We're going to take our front leg. We're going to step over, kind of like a little cross step. From here, I'm going to rotate my body around until I can see the person in front of me again. So I'm all the way back around. My belly button's facing the other direction. At this point, is just a chamber, kick, and reset. I'm going to recommend for today, doing the spinning side kick, you plant your foot in the front and then reset. If you kick and plant your foot in the back, quite often that turns into a hook kick. Not intentionally, but what happens is we kick and we're always spinning back, so we're turning into a hook kick on that one. We don't want that to happen. We want the foot to go straight in and straight back. So for today, is we're doing our kick. Up, out, step in, and then reset. Just like we did with our side kick, jack cross. Ready? Hands are up. Ready, team with me. Ready? We're going to step with the front leg. We're going to rotate our body. Twist all the way around. Make sure you're looking to the front. Belly button's the other direction. From here, bring your leg up in chamber, kick, step forward in your guard, come back. Ready? And again, a little shuffle step over to the side, just enough to cross your feet. Turn around. You should, because you stepped a little bit, your legs shouldn't be too twisted up right now. Your hands are still up. My belly button's off to the opposite side that I started with. My leg comes in my chamber, kick, step forward, and reset. Ready? And go. We're going to step, rotate, kick, step in, and back. Ready? And go. We're going to cross step, rotate, up, up, back, and down, and step back. Ready, team? Again. Cross step, turn, back leg, kick, and come around. All right, team, ready? One more time. Ready? Step, turn, kick, and then back. All right, and switch. Try the other side. All right, same basic principle, team, here. We're taking our front leg. Our front leg is going to rotate. We're just stepping a little bit to the side. Give us a little bit of rotation here. We're turning the rest of the way. Same direction our foot went, we're turning in that same direction all the way around. Until my body's twisted all the way back to the opposite side. Again, the leg that was my front leg, back leg is now my front. I like to bring it up. Chamber, kick, put it down, step to the front, and then reset. Ready? Hands are up. Ready? And go. We're going to step, turn. Make sure you get a good twist. You can see the front. Chamber, kick. Re-chamber and back down. Ready? And go. Step. Turn. Rotate all the way around. Chamber. Kick. Back. Down. And reset. Ready again. Step. Turn. Chamber. Kick. Chamber. To the front and back. Ready? And go. So we're going around. Kick. And back. Ready? And go. Turn. Kick. And back. And one more time, team. Ready? And go. Turn, kick, and reset. Awesome, and relax. All right, team, quick. Everyone come in, gather around. All right, today, team, today let's talk about, I don't want to say goal setting, but if you are following our curriculum this month, and you've already set your goals through SMART, that's fantastic. In case you haven't, or if you want to enhance that a little bit, we're going to talk about picking a word of the year. A word that really resonates with you. Now, there might already be a word that just popped right in your hand, as I said, popped in your mind, right as I said that. And if so, you're good to go. We'll talk about how to handle that in a second. But if you didn't, I'm going to give you a couple of tips to how to pick that word. The first thing you need is a sheet of paper and something to write with. You're going to take that paper, like fold it in half, and you're going to draw a line right down the center. So like up and down. Right? On the left side, you're going to write down all the things that didn't go so well last year. On the right side, on the other side, you're going to write down all the things that you did really well, the things that you enjoyed, the things that brought you passion or entertainment or just happiness in your life. Okay. Once you have the things on the right, I want you to ask yourself what you need more of this year. Remember, what do you need more of this year? Pick maybe 3, 4, or even 5 of them, okay, and think about them for like the next 5 minutes. Okay. So I'll give that'll be a task for you to do on your own. So, but you're gonna think about it for like 5 minutes. Once you come up with your 4 or 5 words, think about it for 5 minutes. Now, here comes the challenging part. Just pick one, and that word, that's gonna be what you need more of for this year. Maybe it's abundance, resilience, confidence, wellness, passion, authenticity, consistency, adventure, brilliance, elegance, balance, creativity, or energy. Any of those words you can start with. Some of you might know Hunt G. Kovar, Master Kovar. fantastic individual. He picked for his word was favor. Okay, it really spoke to him. Now, the words you pick, that's your word for the year. So what I want you to do with that word is I want you to write it down on a 3x5 card. Tape it to the mirror of your bathroom. Tape it to the visor of the car, or if you sit in the back seat of the car because you're not driving yet, tape it to the back of the seat in front of you. You need to tape it somewhere where you're going to see it at least once or twice a day. That's the word you're going to be focusing on for the entire year. You're not going to spend much time on it. It's just always going to be there. In the beginning, it might seem silly, but over the course of a week or a month or a quarter or even a year, you're going to see the difference. We see the things we're looking for. Over time, the power of that word will naturally come into your life more often. All right, team, that's it. Figure out your word. Go for it. Have a great day. We're going to go ahead and get back to our workout in just a second. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go through Arcadas. We're going to do long one first, and then we're going to do 4 corners. Okay. So if you're working on a long one, if you're not working on a long one, you can go ahead and grab your sword, practice 4 corners. We'll do 4 corners in a second. If you are working with long ones, go ahead and follow along with me. I am going to do it facing the same direction you are, and then I'll also do it from the side so we see the side view. All right, we start on our natural stance. Team attention. Kempo kata. Long one. Bow. Take your left leg, step out, go into a cover position. Step back with your left leg, do a right inward block, do a left punch. Take your right leg, step back into a cat stance, right hand inward block. Step all the way back with your right leg, bring your left hand around for an inward block, do a right punch. From here, we're turning to the left. We're going to bring our feet up and around, we turn to the left. We're doing a left outward block, we're doing a right punch. From here, step all the way back. You're going to do your right outward block, you're going to do your left punch. Turning to the back of the room, we're going to do an elbow strike with our left arm. We're going to turn to the left, we're going to rake down with our right arm, we're going to left rising block, we're going to right punch. Stepping back with your left leg, you're doing a right rising block, left punch. From here, turning to the back of the room, back to where you started from. We're going to do our right downward block, left punch. Stepping all the way back, we're going to do a left downward block, right punch. From here, turn back to your cover position. Feet together, and bow. Awesome, team. I'm going to do that from the side just so you can see a different view of it. Remember the first time I did it facing away. I wasn't mirroring the kata. So I'm going to do it from the side. And again, I won't be mirroring the kata. I'll be doing it the exact same way you are. So we start in our natural stance. The kata we're doing is long one. We're going to snap to attention. Kempo kata, long one, bow. Go to your cover position. Remember, we step back with our left leg first. Step back with our left leg, right inward block, left punch. Step back your right leg into a cat stance, right hand into a forearm block. Right? From here, continue that right leg going back, rotate your body, left inward block, right punch. From here, turning to our left. Left outward block, right punch, step back. Right outward block, left punch, turn to the back of the room. Elbow strike with the left arm. Continue to turn all the way around to the left, right rake down the eyes, left rising block, right punch, step back. Right block, left punch. From here, going to the back. Downward block, punch, step back. Downward block, punch. From here, turn back to the beginning. Back to our cover position, snap to attention, and bow. All right, if you're thinking power and power generation, one of the great ways to generate power generation in this kata is how we position our feet and our hips. As we step back for our block, we're going to do a heel toe stand, which basically means the toe of our front leg and the heel of our back foot are in line. We're kind of like, I think of this kind of like a horse stance at like maybe a 45-degree angle, but I'm shifting my weight back as I block, whatever my block's going to be. From here, I am then going to rotate my body to the front, pushing off from that back leg, getting back on that, pushing off as I rotate for my punch. Shifting my body to the front. Body to the side, body to the front. Think about where your belly button is and how we're rotating as we go through it. All right, so team, if you're just working on a long one, continue working on a long one on your own. If you're working on 4 corners, grab your sword, and we're going to go ahead and do 4 corners. You grab mine. All right, team. One of the things I always talk about, I like to talk about with my students, is the importance of eye contact. If I'm a samurai, and I'm mirroring you right now, so I'm holding it in my left hand, but we're going to pretend it's my right hand. I'm going to mirror you. I'm a samurai, and I'm carrying my sword around, and there are people around me who could possibly be threats. I don't want to look down and fumble. I don't want to take my eyes off them. So, putting my sword into my belt. I'm going to lift it up. So, when I lift it up, so my thumb is on the outside. The blade is along up to the ceiling. Okay. Take your left hand, grab your belt. From here, you don't have to look at your hand. You're just going to take your sword and aim for your hand, right? You don't have to look at it. You kind of know where your hand is. You're going to aim down, and you're just going to slide through that opening. That's all it takes to be able to sheath your sword without taking your eyes off the enemy. So, all right, team, we're going to get started with 4 corners. I'm going to do it facing the same direction you are. So I'll turn around. And again, I'll do it once facing you the same way you are, and then once facing the side. So we'll start in our natural stance. As I'm in my natural stance, super important here when I'm in my natural stance, I have one hand out in front of me in my normal natural stance position. My other hand is on my sword. I'm holding the scabbard with 4 of my fingers. My thumb is on the guard, so I can push or pull with the sword very easily. All right, team, back to the beginning, back to our natural stance. Team, snap to attention. Stop. Go back to your natural stance. Everyone say 4 corners. Team, from here, you're going to take your right leg. You're going to step forward with your right leg. As you do, you're going to take your left thumb. You're going to push the blade out. I'll show this from the side if you're having any trouble with it. Team, from here, once we do this, we're going to step forward with our left leg. Our right hand comes across. We grab the hilt of our sword. At this point, I turn my sword a little bit to the side and help prepare for the next move. From here, I'm going to step forward. As I step forward, I'm drawing the sword out to the side. And now I'm going to reset my scabbard so the blade is again up to the ceiling. Step forward with my left leg, bring the sword up. Step forward with my right leg, and strike down. Looking to the left, I'm going to bring the sword up, turn to the left, and my left leg is just going to extend out and strike down. From here, sword comes up, look to the right, turn to the right. Again, I'm already kind of in a cat stance. My right leg is there. I'm just going to extend my right leg out into a guarding stance, forward stance, and strike down. From here, starting with my back leg, a big dancer step, and take my left leg, big dancer step, all the way around. As I do, I'm doing a horizontal strike across the body. From here, I'm going to pull back to my shoulder, step in with my right leg, and come straight down over top of the vertical strike. Now from here, I'm going to look left to right, step back, bring my sword up into a high guard. Again, looking left and right, I'm going to turn all the way back to the front. Looking again, make sure everything's clear. Step back with my right leg. Sword goes into a middle guard. From here, I'm going to clear the blood off my blade. Just bring it around. Slide in and sheath the sword and bow. All right, so team, let's try that again from the side. So again, the kata we're doing is 4 corners. All right, so we're starting on our natural stance. Going to snap to attention. Bow. Back out to your natural stance. All right, 4 corners. All right, and 1. Step out with your right leg. Your left thumb just push the scabbard out, sword out just a little bit. Step out with your left leg. Reach across, grab the sword. Step out with your right leg. Draw the sword. Next 1, 2 moves come kind of fast. We're going to step in. High guard and strike down. From here, we're turning to the left. Up and down. Right? Turning all the way around. Back to the right. Up and down. Dancer step all the way to the left. Turning around. Horizontal strike. Step back. In. Look, make sure we're clear. Step back. We're in a high guard. Still checking my surroundings. Turn around. Still looks good. I'm stepping back into a middle guard. From here, I'm going to clear the blood off my blade. This is the first time since I started. I'll take my left hand off my sword. I'm going to grab my scabbard, sheath the sword. From here, keeping my eyes focused to the front. I'm not looking down. I'm not letting my right hand go. My left hand holds the scabbard the entire time. I'm going to extend my index finger, take the dull end of the blade, put it against my thumb and index finger, and I'm going to slide it down, wiping off any excess blood off my sword. Find the tip of the sword, put it into the scabbard, slide it in, and ideally I want to slide and step so my hand and my foot motion stop at the same time. It just sounds cooler. Snap to attention and bow. Awesome. All right, again, let's just go back to this real quick. So, start right here, have the sword in my left, I'll kind of mirror you for this one. So, ending Arcada. We did our final strike, we took the sword off. Again, I'm mirroring you here. What I'm doing is, my left hand is already on my sword, my scabbard. I'm just gonna come from here, my right hand, my finger's gonna go out, thumbs up, almost like finger guns. I'm gonna bring my sword back. The blade is pointing away from me. I have the dull end toward me. I'm just gonna rest it down here. It's almost like clapping my hands, but the guard right against my thumb. From here, I can just give it a squeeze. I'm squeezing like any blood that might still be on it, wiping it off across my fingers. And then as it gets to the end, I can feel the sword. I don't have to look at it. I'm just gonna slide it in. As it's going into its butt, hand and foot try and stop at the exact same moment. All right, so that is 4 corners. Go ahead and put your sword up. We have some self-defense techniques to work with you. Awesome, team. So for our students, all of our students, we're working on a two-hand choke from behind. So the two-hand choke from behind, someone's coming behind you and choking you from behind. As they do, and if you're practicing with a partner, it's really important that you actually wrap your fingers around their throat. Don't cut off the air. Don't be crazy and start choking until they turn blue. But we want to make sure their hands in the right position. If I'm just rubbing their shoulders, it doesn't have the same impact, doesn't have the same feeling for it. And in fact, when you try and reach for it, your hands are in different positions. And by the way, if someone's massaging your shoulders in the back, you're probably not going to try and escape from them. All right, so we get that choke hold from behind. They're wrapping their hands around, like thumb and fingers are trying to touch, right? Thumbs and fingers are trying to touch around their throat. Okay. By the way, again, if you're working with somebody, don't actually do that. Don't choke them out. But you want to have that sensation if you're trying to wrap your fingers around them, and they should feel a little uncomfortable. Not like they're going to pass out, but they should feel a little uncomfortable, so they have to take action. Team, what we're going to do next is, once they start choking, as soon as we feel those fingers start to come around our neck, we're going to bring our hands up, we're going to grab their arms, and we're going to do a pluck. The pluck is really just like we do with the two-hand choke from the front. We're just going to grab and pull forward. We're going to kind of pull toward our chest. The difference here is when I step, I'm going to either step to the right or the left. For today, I will step to the right. Okay, so we're going to come down, we're going to pluck the hands down. As we do, we're going to drop our weight down, boom, and we're going to pull everything down. Remember, marriage of gravity, get more power by dropping our weight down into it. From this move right here, we're going to take our left hand, because we just stepped out to the right, okay, we're going to take our left hand, we're going to chop to the groin. At this point, hopefully you're going to hit them in the groin, their face is going to come forward. I'm going to bring my elbow up into their face. I'm then going to step back, take my right hand and hammer fist into their chest, and then stop, stay back. There are some variations for this team. I'll do it from the side so we can see some different ways of doing this. So again, I'm right here. Actually, I'm going to do it over this side. That way I'm stepping with the right. So team, this is a two-hand choke from behind. We start right here. They're choking us from behind. I step out with my right leg. As I do, I grab and I pull down. Left hand shoots to the groin. Left elbow comes up into their chin. Now, I might have hit them in the groin, and they may have seen this coming, and they may have backed up from me. In that case, I might have to step back and elbow in the chin. But you're going to try and elbow in the chin. You're just going to adjust your stance based on their position. Right? So for our sake today, we're going to assume I hit them in the groin, and they fall forward. They didn't see the groin strike coming. They fell forward. Their face is really exposed. It's going to be really easy for me. All right. So again, starting out from our natural stance. Two-hand choke from behind. Hands come up. You're reaching past your shoulders. You have to kind of find where the wrists are. Not going for the fingertips. You're going back where the wrists are. You're going to step out with your right leg and you're going to pull down. Left hand shoots to the groin. Left hand comes up into the chin. So from here, we're going to rotate around. Right hand comes around. Hammer fist into their chest. Hopefully at this point, they're kind of falling backwards. You're going to give them a push and stop, stay back. So let's try that one more time, team. Again, I'll do it from the side. So we start on our natural stance. We're going to reach up. We're going to grab their wrist. We're going to step out with the right leg, and we're going to pluck it down. Dropping the elbows in close to my body and dropping the weight down. I'm not trying to throw them forward. I'm trying to drop them close. Then from here, I'm just shifting my body weight back as I do a chop to the groin, to the stomach. It could be a hammer fist even. From here, elbow strike up into the chin. And again, if they are stepping back, I might step back to follow them. I'm going to C-step around so I'm behind them and hammer fist, then stop, stay back. All right, so if you are red belt or lower, continue working on the two-hand choke from behind. If you are first degree black belt or higher, we're going to work on our senior self-defense technique, which is Flying Panther. Flying Panther is for a straight right punch. We've been doing a lot of straight right punch defenses to give you a lot of different tools in this toolbox. So in this case, we're going to do kind of like we did in the past. They're coming in with that right hand. I'm going to mirror you for the first attempt. They're coming straight in with that punch. I'm going to step off to left with my left leg. Sorry. They're coming with that hand, right punch. I'm going to step off with my left leg. As I do, I'm going to do my double inward blocks. That punch is coming in. I'm stepping in. I'm doing my double inward block. So, by the way, this could be open hand, closed hand, it doesn't matter. But what I'm doing is I'm hitting and I'm knocking the arm down, and I want to put myself in a position where their hand's here and it's going to drop down. All right, so I start from here. All right, technique we're doing is Flying Panther. It's a straight right punch. We're going to step forward. We're going to do our strikes down here. Our front hand is going to trap their arm. Our backhand, our right hand, is going to ridge hand. So I'm holding their arms down so they can't really retaliate, and I'm ridge handing into their throat. From here, I'm going to step around. I tend to think of it as a C-step, but it probably doesn't have to be. But I'll C-step in, so I want to get my knee right against their knee. My hand is going to circle around. I'm going to drop my elbow against their chest. And ideally, my knee's against theirs, so as I hit, I'm doing a little bit of bump here to kind of knock them forward. My hand, which is already up, is then going to hit them in the face, almost like a heel palm, and I'm going to claw, take them down to the ground. Then from here, I'm going to go back to my side kick. I'm going to take my front leg, bring my leg up, side kick while they're down, and then stop, stay back. I want them to stay down. I don't want them to get a chance to get back up. All right, so let's do this again. I'll back up a little bit, and again, I'll mirror this for the first time. All right, the technique we're doing is Flying Panther. It's for a straight right punch. We step forward with our left leg. As we do, we're going to do a double inward block. Drive the arms to the inward and down. Your front hand, your left hand is going to pin their arm as your right arm swings around. We rotate our body, and we do that ridge hand to their throat. From here, step in, circle around, and drop that elbow into the center of their chest or into the shoulder. You want to try and get them to rock back. Your right hand is then going to heel palm to their face and claw down, push them to the ground. So hopefully over the back of your leg. As they're falling or after they've fallen, you're going to bring your leg up, kick. Try and keep them from getting back to their feet. Stop, stay back as we get out of there. Now, if you take them to the ground, they go rolling away. Don't go chasing after them to kick them. You don't need to. Once they're down and they're rolling away, they're no longer a threat. But if they're still a threat, they're on the ground, they're still a threat, they try to get back up to get back to you. Use that side kick to push them back down to give yourself room. All right, team, I'll do that from the side. So again, this time I won't be mirroring. I'll do the setting with they're doing their, I'll do it on the side. I'll do it over this side. So they're stepping forward with their right punch. I'm stepping in. I'm going to knock the arms down. I'm going to pin. I'm going to ridge hand. Awesome. From here, step in. Elbow strike. Heel palm, drop it down. Side kick. Stop, stay back. So I'm trying to position myself so you can see most of my arm and my body's not in the way. All right, so let's do this again, team. So again, we're doing Flying Panther. It's for a straight right punch. We step forward with our left leg, next to 1 o'clock. Boom, we drop the arms down, shooting them down low. Pin the arm, ridge hand to the throat. Step in, elbow strike down. Front hand hits their face, claws, drives them to the ground. Take your front leg, bring it up, side kick so they can't get back up. Stop, stay back as we cover out. All right, team. Everyone back to your natural stance. Team, take a moment, take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Over. Team, breathing is such an important thing for us to do. Of course, it sounds funny when I say that, but it always is. Mindful breathing is what's really important, right? So often we go through our life and we just take shallow breaths and we aren't thinking about what we're doing. I want you to take a few moments every day just to sit down, relax, find a comfortable spot. Deep breath in through your nose. Inhales for as long as you can. Once you feel they can't get any more in your lungs, hold it for like 4 seconds. Exhale. And again, you're trying to blow it all out. Get everything out of your system, blow it all out. Hold it for like 4 seconds, and then do it again. Inhale, exhale. And you notice I do this, my hands are constantly moving with this. I'm kind of guiding myself. My hands go up, I inhale. It actually expands my lungs by lifting my arms up. It makes it easier for me to breathe. I get more air into my lungs. Awesome. I hold it here, I'm holding it. When it's time for me to exhale, I start pushing down. I start compressing my chest. I'm blowing it out with my chest muscles, my stomach muscles. I'm using everything I can. And that body motion is just trying to push the last of the air out to it. And if you really want to challenge yourself, try and key out at the end. If you make any noise at all, you know you have some more air left in your lungs. So if you can do that 3 or 4 times a day, you find it really does a great job of kind of centering you. It also helps, for me, I find breathing like that has helped me. I'm a better swimmer because of it. If I get punched, I recover from it faster because if I get the air knocked out of me, it's easier for me to recover from it. It's just a really good way for building our physical conditioning as well as like our mental conditioning as well. All right, team, that's it for today. If you're turning in your homework to your online coach, there's 2 things I want you to do. 1, turn in a video of your self-defense. If you're a white through red belt, you're going to do the self-defense choke from behind, right? It's going to be grab, step with the right, chop, elbow, turn, hammer fist. You're going to turn that in. If you're a senior black belt, you're going to turn in Climb Panther. Climb Panther is the double forearm blocks, pin the arm, ridge hand. Right? From the ridge hand, we're going to step in, elbow strike, right to the face, claw to the face, push them down, side kick, and again, stop, stay back. Also, I want you to stand in, if you're testing Arcada, you're going to be planning on testing Arcada in the next 3 weeks, and I think everyone should be. Send in the video of your Arcada so your online coach can give you feedback for it. And either they can test you now, or they can give you some things that you need to correct to make sure you're going to be much more prepared for our belt promotion coming up in February. February is our belt promotion. All right, team, I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, have a great week. Everyone show me your natural stance. Snap to attention. Face front and bow. All right, team. AB, see ya. Have a great day.